Olotunde was a young Yoruba boy from the southwest of Nigeria. He grew up in a small village where life was tough, but he always dreamed big. He was very smart and hardworking. Even as a child, he would find little ways to make money, like selling fruits and helping people carry their goods in the market. As Olotunde grew older, he started his own business. He sold farm produce, clothes, and even built small shops for people to rent. His business grew bigger and bigger, and soon, he became one of the richest young men in his town. Everyone respected him because he was kind and always helped others. But one day, Olotunde made a wrong business decision. He invested all his money in a big project that he thought would bring him more wealth. The plan sounded perfect on paper. It promised quick and massive returns, and he believed he was making the smartest move of his life. However, things did not go as planned. At first, everything seemed fine, and he was excited. But slowly, things started falling apart. The project failed due to unexpected problems. His suppliers backed out, the market changed, and soon, he realized he had made a terrible mistake. He lost all his money. His shops were gone, his farm produce was wasted, and he had no more capital to continue his business. He watched helplessly as everything he had worked so hard for crumbled before his eyes. It felt like a nightmare he couldn't wake up from. The worst part was how people reacted. Those who once praised him now turned their backs on him. They whispered about him, pointing fingers when he passed. Some even laughed at him openly. He thought he was so smart, they said. Now look at him. Olotunde was heartbroken. The weight of his failure was too heavy, and he felt lost. There were nights he couldn't sleep, thinking about what he had done wrong. He thought about giving up and leaving town, but there was one person who never lost faith in him, his wife, Aduk. Aduk stood by him, encouraging him every day. She reminded him that he was still the same smart and hardworking man. Success is not about never falling, but about rising each time you fall, she told him. Her words were like light in his darkness. With the little money Aduk had saved, Olotunde started a small business again. This time, he was careful and learned from his past mistakes. He started slow, selling small items in the market. It was nothing compared to his past business, but he remained patient. He worked harder than ever, putting in long hours, learning from others, and making wise decisions. Slowly, his business began to grow once more. He expanded little by little, making sure he did not repeat his past mistakes. People started noticing his determination. Some of those who had mocked him before now admired his resilience. Before long, he was back on his feet. Not only did he regain his lost wealth, but he became even richer than before. This time, he was wiser. He understood the value of patience, careful planning, and never putting all his money into one risky venture. People who once laughed at him now praised him again. But Olotunde never forgot the lesson he learned. He remained humble, helped others, and never made the same mistake again. In the end, he became one of the richest and most respected men in his community. The story of Olotunde teaches us that failure is not the end. As long as we believe in ourselves, work hard, and learn from our mistakes, we can always rise again.